Hola y buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Hello, good morning, and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and password, or you can find these on our website, www.cslpv.org. Today is Sunday, March 26, 2023. Our annual theme is Living Out Loud. And the topic for this month of March has been cultivating authenticity. The topic for this week is no approval needed. So we open each week with a spiritual practice called affirmative prayer, also known as spiritual mind treatment. And this is a powerful tool and a practical tool that shifts our consciousness so that we are open and available to accept the good that is already present in our life. It aligns our thoughts with all good. So today we'll move into service with intention, as we do each week, with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. And today I'll be reading from March 28, 2014. And just a reminder that spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. I recognize that there is a universal creative intelligence. This one is love, power, harmony, joy, and abundance. It is self-existing, self-propelling, and fully present everywhere at all times. This intelligence is individualized as me. As I align my consciousness with this truth, I know I am never separate or separated from this divine intelligence. Right here and now, I accept that this intelligence is operating in me and through me. I release any ideas of lack or limitation from entering my mind. I affirm only good in my life. I accept all the riches that I know I deserve by right of my divine inheritance. I know the right and perfect opportunities are present for me to express my creativity in ways that shower me with abundance. I surround myself with supportive, loving individuals. By means of this creative action of the universe, I move forward, knowing what to do and how to do it. I give thanks as I release my word into perfect action and know that this is already so in my life. And so it is. And that was originally submitted by Reverend Tina Mae Wilding from Calgary, Alberta. And so, as we do also each week, let's together review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, which is creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And if you would like more information about our purpose, vision, and mission statements, you can check them out on our website. And once again, I'd like to welcome everyone. Please know that here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta, we honor all people, all faiths, all traditions, all paths. Please know that you are valued, valuable, and most welcome here. Here, we teach a philosophy called the science of mind, and it's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. We offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth. And as I mentioned, we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes was asked to provide a concise definition of the science of mind teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions, of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. Each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message. And we are meeting now in person at our new location on Sundays at noon on Calle Venezuela, number 232 on the rooftop. And feel free to hang out with us after service for some great conversation with like-minded people. And if you have any comments or questions, you can either post them online wherever you are watching this replay, chat with me in person, or send me a direct email, and I'll be sure to respond. So when we embrace our own worthiness, we will stop seeking the approval of others. As children of the divine, we are inherently worthy. Release what blocks you from accepting your true self. And there's no way to talk about authenticity without addressing the elephant in the room, the feelings of shame and unworthiness. Shame is universal in the human experience. It's that feeling that we're not enough. It's a fear of being unlovable that convinces us that if we work harder, change ourselves, keep some parts hidden from others, and then maybe when we finally become enough, we will then be worthy of love and connection with others. And learning what shame is and what triggers shame for us, we'll be able to recognize it and move through it with our worthiness. And shame can become a guide for us to the areas that we don't yet love and accept about ourselves. It is in those areas that we are seeking our worth through the approval of others. In the science of mind, it is one of the primary principles that we are spiritual beings that have been made in the image and likeness of the thing itself. There is an anonymous quote that says, "When you know your worth, no one can make you feel worthless." And our worth is not dependent on what we have, it is what we know. The only thing that stands between us knowing our worthiness and recognizing our light is a thing of thought. Becoming aware of the unconscious thoughts and patterns that keep us embracing and living our worth empower us to step up out of the darkness and let our light shine. Ernest Holmes said this in This Thing Called You. There is something within you beyond all doubt and fear, something which has never been limited by your acts or destroyed by your feeling. This is the only something that can make you whole. So, what's standing in the way? Ernest Holmes writes that what stands between us and our good is a thing of thought. And thoughts that stand in the way of us living out loud are that we doubt our worth. And that sense of unworthiness keeps us from living authentically. It keeps us separate from others and from ourselves. Exploring shame and talking about it can help us reclaim our power. And while shame is a universal experience, we don't talk about it, which keeps us hiding those parts of ourself and of our story. We can hide in fear of others, discovering who we really are. Shame is the feeling that we feel when we believe there is something wrong with us. And it's different than feeling badly about our words or actions. It means we feel bad about who we are, that somehow we are flawed. Again, in This Thing Called You, Ernest Holmes wrote this: "You belong to the universe in which you live. You are one with the creative genius back of this vast array of ceaseless motion, this original flow of life." Here's a funny little story, but it's interesting. And although we aren't considered a church, but a spiritual center, it still has a bit of meaning. So a minister went to the home of a church minister to have a visit, or a church member to have a visit. When he knocked on her door, he saw that the living room curtains had moved a little, but no one answered the door. So the minister wrote on a piece of paper, Revelation 3:11, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hears my voice and open the door, I will come to him, and I will sup with him, and he with me." He left the note on the door, feeling pretty righteous that he had found such a clever way to deliver his message. The following Sunday at church, following the service, the woman approached him, shook his hand, and slipped him a piece of paper, which read, Genesis 3:10. "I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself." So how often do we actually hide ourselves from everyone, and not just from answering the door and letting people see our physical being? It's the inside that we hide often as well. Ernest Holmes said this: "You don't have to despise your personality or say, 'I hate this body, I'm a worm of the dust,' and you think you are surrendering to God. When you deny yourself, you deny God. All we have to say is, 'There is nothing in me but God.'" So how do we bring light to the shadows? Knowing what triggers our shame can help us to navigate those times when we want to hang our head in shame. Taking inventory of our triggers helps us to become familiar with them, bringing awareness to them so that we may make a choice on how we respond. Rather than shame driving us, we can choose to be brave. We can find shame right out in the open, keeping us hidden. And when we withhold love from ourselves because we aren't enough yet, we aren't the right size or not successful enough, when we become more productive, more kind, tougher, stronger, more spiritual, in this not enoughness, we can find our shame. We have spent so long running away from these feelings. What if we stop running and become familiar with them? Investigate them to our own story, or to own our story. When we feel ourselves triggered, we can then recognize it and begin to question that self-doubt. No longer accepting those past judgments as true about ourselves, we can then begin to use our courage to be vulnerable and begin to live from our whole self. Brene Brown wrote this: "Shame is the intensely painful feeling or experience of believing that we are flawed and therefore unworthy of love and belonging." So claim your worthiness. While shame causes us to question our worth, because those questions challenging our worthiness aren't the truth, we can be certain that we are worthy. But worthy of what? Worthy of what all human beings need and desire, including love, compassion, belonging, and connection. These are things that money can't buy, nor can we earn them. Shame told us that we can earn them by seeking the approval of others, but that's a lie. If you can earn someone's love, it isn't worth the price you have to pay with your authentic self. Worthiness is not based on what you do. It's based on what you know about you. Releasing what is not you allows you to be more fully express and embrace all of you, because you know your value. You are invaluable. And again, from the Gifts of Imperfection, Brene Brown wrote this: shame needs three things to grow out of control in our lives: secrecy, silence, and judgment. We need to share our experience. Shame loses power when it is spoken. So, in conclusion, worth is in the eye of the beholder, and accepting your own worth will keep you from seeking it from someone else. And when we know our worth, we are open to express and receive authentically. Embracing those things we have been trying to run away from is truly the way in for us to live out loud. Recovering a consciousness of our wholeness will heal us so that we may fully express the life that is ours to live. Coming out of the shame closet so we can see it and ourselves in the light allows us to see shame for the lie that it is, to take back our power from its attempt to control us and keep us hidden, and step into our inherent worthiness as a spiritual being having a human experience. And so I'll leave you now with this quote from Prem Prakash. Our stresses, anxieties, pains, and problems arise because we do not see the world, others, or even ourselves as love. And that leads us to our affirmation for the week. I am worthy. I am loved. I am enough. So now it's our time for mindfully giving and financial support of our spiritual home. And we rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering you this powerful teaching of the science of mind. And we bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is appreciated, whether it's $5 or $50, or even the cost of a cup of coffee. Your contributions are circulated with our tithing to our greater organization, which reaches out globally as well as locally. And we also tithe to a local women's shelter to assist women and children that have left an abusive home, and allows them an opportunity to become grateful for the assistance to become productive and successful members of the community. Donations can be made using PayPal or Tithely to our website. And I'll just put that up on the screen again for everyone to see. Our website is www.cslpv.org. And when you arrive on the landing page, you'll see a button for both the PayPal and Tithely apps. Or you can also see them on the page where we have our replay of these Sunday messages. Alternatively, if you would like to still write out a paper check, you can do so by addressing it to CSLPV, number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y8N1. And now, if you would like to join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. And now it's time for our weekly announcements. If you would like a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment to assist you with whatever you are experiencing in your life or would like to experience or experience more of, then please connect with me. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, or if you'd like to be a member of our Board of Trustees, please contact me so you can be sent the current form. Pardon me. I'd also like to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page, and to also like them. And if you are interested in knowing more about the Science of Mind teaching, we are going to be offering again the course Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, which will be held online. So please check our webpage for upcoming classes and courses. We're also teaching the roots for Science of Mind in Spanish in person. So please check our website for information if you would like to join that class as well. And let me know if there's another class or a workshop or a book study that you would be interested in taking. And we'll make plans for these as well. There's also another workshop that's in the works. So look for the information on that too. I know that it's a very exciting and useful workshop for everyone. And this will be offered by a special guest. And let me know if there's any other information that you would like to know about the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. And we'll be sure to answer all of your questions or inquiries. And in the meantime, let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions can create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. May peace and love be with you. Thank you for coming and sharing this time together. Namaste.